Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my quick everyday makeup look. I'm pretty simple with my makeup. I don't like to wear too much because I kind of like to let my inner beauty show, and I feel like that's really important when it comes to makeup. But also I'm obsessed with makeup and I love it and I love playing around with it, and I just think it's so fun. I do switch it up from time to time, but today I'm just going to show you guys kind of my go-to pretty much every day that maybe I'm just working from home or I have a few errands to run. If I have to like actually go downtown for work or something, I'll usually wear a little bit more, maybe like a little bit more coverage. But for today's video, I'm just going to show you guys my quick 5 to 10 minute easy natural everyday makeup look. So first, obviously, I start with a cleansed face, a clean face, and I kind of washed my face a little while ago and moisturized right after I washed it. So I don't always do my makeup right after I wash and moisturize it. Sometimes I do, but usually I actually don't. So I always like to first apply a priming moisturizer right before I do my makeup, just because I feel like I want my makeup to look really natural and kind of dewy and almost kind of like that no makeup look. So the priming moisturizer that I'm going to be using today is this one from Glossier, and this is one of my favorite brands for a natural makeup look and for really good skincare. So yes, so today I'm going to be applying this first, and this is just going to add some moisture to your skin right before you apply your makeup. Oh, I'm going to be using this viewfinder to do my makeup. So if I'm kind of looking to the side, that's what I'm looking at. I'm using it as my mirror today. So yeah, I just kind of like to put that all over to really moisturize right before I put my makeup on. And I've been using this one for a while and I really like it. I mean, I don't put a lot at all, just like a little pea size. But yeah, I really like this one. So that was kind of my moisturizer before I do my makeup, but I also really like to use a just strictly primer. And I've been using this one by Maybelline, Master Prime. And this one kind of like blurs out your pores, which I really like because I feel like sometimes my pores are really big. But yeah, and I also love the way this one feels. Oh, and I don't use that much, just like a little bit. But, oops. I love the way this one feels once I apply my makeup. So like, oh, and I kind of apply it kind of on my T-zone first. And then I just kind of like spread it out. But this one makes your makeup feel so good, like once you put your makeup on, like while you're applying it, if that makes sense. I just think it makes it feel so smooth. Not so much that Glossier one. That one is a little bit sticky. So I really just kind of use that one as a moisturizer, and then I kind of use this as my base for my makeup. Also, I like to keep my lips moisturized at all times, and this is my favorite lip balm, and this is from Glossier, and it is the coconutbalm.com. And this is my favorite balm ever. I love it so much. So I always make sure that my lips are moisturized before I apply my makeup. And usually I put some on also right before I put lipstick on or something, just because I never really do a matte lip. I don't know, I just don't like the way that looks on me. But I always make sure that my lips are moisturized before I put anything on my lips, and then that way it just keeps them healthy all day. I'm gonna pin my bangs back because they're kind of annoying me before I kind of get into my makeup. And now I look like a 5-year-old, but it's okay. Okay, so now we're getting to the makeup, and this is really like dirty looking, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna be using the IT Cosmetics CC cream, and this is in the shade Light. And I will say, I feel like when I put it on, it is kind of dark for me, but once I kind of blend it out and put my concealer on, I feel like then it matches me pretty well. So I just put like a few pumps on my beauty blender. And I don't use this every day, but this is kind of like my go-to right now. I like really love it, and especially with it getting more warm outside and the sun coming out a little bit more, I just think that it kind of leaves me a really natural finish, summery spring look. Let's cover you up, little guy. But yeah, I just kind of blend this all over with my damp beauty blender, which I know I'm like really far behind, but I kind of recently learned that you're supposed to damp your beauty blender. And I didn't even really use a beauty blender until also fairly recently. A lot of the times I use my fingertips, and I feel like that kind of helps it stay natural, your makeup stay natural. But I have been really loving using the beauty blender. I also think it has like a natural finish. So yeah. I also go over my eyelids because I'm pretty fair, and so you can kind of see like the veins sometimes on my eyelids. Kind of creepy. So I like to cover that up a little bit. So, and I also drag it down a little bit because you don't want like a line on your jaw from your foundation. Just blend, 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 blend. But yeah, I have been loving this IT Cosmetics CC cream. I know a lot of people use it, and it lasts like a while too because it's so easy. It's not a full coverage foundation, which I like. I don't think I've ever used like a full coverage foundation. I feel like my skin can look really cakey like really quickly, so I try to stick to kind of the more like what's it called? Lighter coverage? I don't know. I don't know why I'm blanking on that. Okay, so again, if I like wanted to do this really quick, I would just use my fingertips, but I have really been loving the way the beauty blender kind of just blends everything out, especially like around my hairline. I know sometimes if I use my fingers, it's not as like effortlessly blended on the sides. I feel like it kind of gives it a more harsh line, especially with the brush. But yeah, so that's why I've been loving this. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on some concealer, and I use this Glossier one again. And this is the Stretch Concealer, and I have it in Light again. And this one is kind of like paste. What would you call this? I don't know. But I just kind of rub my finger in it like this. And then I just dab, dab, dab under my eye. Again, this isn't full coverage at all, but this is just kind of what I use. I really like this Stretch Concealer because you can, kind of like the name, you can stretch it out. I kind of bring it low sometimes, and I feel like you can do a lot of layers and it doesn't look too cakey, especially under the eyes. I really like to make sure it looks really natural and not too cakey. So I always put a little bit right here, and I have a little friend up here, but that's pretty much like, I don't really try to cover my pimples too much. I know that kind of sounds weird, but you know, if they're there, they're there, and they'll just have to enjoy their temporary home. Sometimes I feel like it looks worse the more you cover something. But maybe it's also just because I haven't found the right thing to cover little pimples. So now I'm using my beauty blender again, and I'm just kind of blending that all out again onto my eyelids. Just blend, blend, blend. After that, I like to kind of just run my beauty blender again, kind of all over my face, make sure there's no spots that have more product than the others. So I just kind of blend it out. So now to kind of give my face a little bit more definition, I'm going to be using bronzer. And I love this Hoola bronzer, and I know everyone has heard like this Hoola brand. Is this even focusing? I like can't tell. So yeah, I'm going to be using this Hoola bronzer from Benefit, but I really like to use the light one. I think the regular Hoola is definitely too dark for me and it's a little bit orangey. So I really like this light one. It's kind of like more of a natural, cooler tone finish. And so I really think it really like kind of just looks like a little bit darker version of my skin. So I have a big fluffy brush because I don't really like the super harsh look for me. So I kind of get a bigger brush and then that way it's not too harsh. So I do this and then I just kind of go dab the little excess off. And then I kind of just go like this. I don't really know how to explain this. I mean, y'all seen this. I kind of go like this and then I kind of just brush it out so it's not too harsh. It's kind of hard for me to do this with no mirror. And do this side. Kind of blend it out. And sometimes if I do too much or it's too harsh, I kind of will go in with that beauty blender again and just kind of go back to blending my whole face out. But that should be good. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of contour for me, so, and it takes a lot of time, which I don't like anything that takes a lot of time. So I just kind of stick to bronzing my face and making it look sun-kissed on those spots that naturally kind of the sun would hit. So that's why I'm kind of going around my forehead. If you use a foundation that's kind of too light for you, like I have this other one I really like, but it's a little bit light for me, so I definitely make sure I add some bronzer to it because it gives your face more definition and gives it kind of a little bit more color. So then I also put a little bit and I go down my neck just to kind of blend everything out if my foundation, like the CC cream, is a little bit dark for me. I don't know if it's dark for me. I haven't like quite figured out what shade I am, but I'm working on it. So yeah, I just bring a little bit bronzer down so it kind of just makes everything the same color, I guess. So I know a lot of people do their brows like first or at the very beginning, but I'm doing my brows now, and the reason I didn't do them before because I'm going like this, going crazy, and my eyebrows are like the most crazy grandpa eyebrows in the whole world. Okay, this is like embarrassing, but watch this. Look at that. Like, hello grandpa scary eyebrows. But I like the shape of my eyebrows a lot, but they're just not very full and the hairs are really long, which is like the opposite of normal people and what normal people would want. But you know, you just gotta work with what you have. So I don't really pluck my eyebrows or anything because I don't feel like they're that full. So I just kind of let them be crazy and try to tame them as best I can. So that's why I don't do my eyebrows first, because if I went in with that brush or did anything, they would like go crazy. So I have to like tame them a lot. So this is what I'm gonna be using for my brows. This is the Benefit Give Me Brow, or Gimme Brow. So this is what it looks like, and this is the kind of thing that is just like a little brush-y thing. And I really like using these little comb brush things because I don't really need to fill in my brows. I mean, I kind of would need to, I guess, because I don't have a lot, but I have to be really careful what I put on my eyebrows because they are kind of a light blonde color. So I can't do anything too crazy or they look like caterpillars on my face, even more so. So yeah, this is the Gimme Brow, and I think it says number 2. I know it's a blonde shade. I think they had like a cooler tone blonde and a warmer tone blonde, and I think this is the warmer tone. So I just take it out and then I kind of wipe off the excess again, because I have to be really careful how much product I put on my brows. And I really like this. I was using the Glossier Boy Brow, but I just really didn't like the application of it. Like, it went on way too cakey and I feel like it really stiffened my brows too much, so if I wanted to try to rub some off, I kind of couldn't. So I kind of just go like face it down a little bit just to kind of like, I guess, draw them in. Or not draw them in, but like pinpoint, I guess. I'm not very good at this. And then I kind of just use the brush and brush it out, because Lord knows I need to brush out my brows every day. That's it for my brows for me. I mean, it's pretty simple. And even that kind of looks like I put too much on. Oh, crap. But I barely put like anything on, and they kind of already look really bold to me. I mean, I don't know if that's just me, but eek. Okay, it's okay. We're gonna work with it. Okay, so next this is just like a creamy white ivory shade that I just take kind of a bigger brush than you would normally use for eyeshadow, but I just kind of put this shade all over my lid, again because I kind of have like little veins under there that you can see. So this is just kind of like, I guess some people use like eyeshadow primer, and I guess this would kind of be like my version of it, so that before you put any eyeshadow on, it will kind of go on more smoothly than if you didn't have anything under it. Most days, honestly, I don't even wear eyeshadow. Sometimes I'll just do this and then mascara, but I'm gonna show y'all if I don't do that, I usually do this, so I'm gonna show y'all. So again, I just kind of take like a bigger fluffy brush. I have a lot of space on my eyelid, so I don't really use super tiny brushes on my eyelid, but I'm gonna go back in with my Hoola Light Bronzer and just give my eyes a little bit of definition. I'm not putting any color. I'm just kind of barely going in there, and then tap it again. And yeah, this is just gonna add a little bit of definition on my eyelids. I am not by any means, like, honestly even that good at makeup. This is just kind of like what I do every day, or almost every day, not every single day. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight around my eyes, and I like to use this Physicians Formula highlighter. I just think it is very pigmented, and it's this pretty white color. So I really like to use this around my eyes. And I take a little bit smaller brush than what I used before, and I just barely kind of go in, because this is really pigmented, and tap it off. And then I just kind of like go under my brow. I don't do this every day. This is kind of like a little extra step for me, if you can believe it. So only sometimes I do this if I'm feeling extra. And then I also like to take some in my little tear duct. Sometimes I apply this with my finger as well. Okay, and sometimes I take a little bit and I put some here. But I'm not the biggest fan of powder highlights on my cheeks, just because, well, I guess, I don't know. I like to put more of like a creamy one, and I think it kind of melts into your skin easier and is like a little bit more natural. So I'll kind of show you the other one that I like to use, even though I definitely do not use this every day, but I'll show you. Again, this one is from Glossier, and this is the Halo Scope. And, oh, it is in quartz. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what shade it's in, but it's in quartz. And it's kind of like this pinky skin skin tone color. And so I just rub my finger like this and just kind of dab. And this kind of does melt into your skin, and it definitely doesn't show up as much as that Physicians Formula one would, but you know, going for the natural look. I do not add highlighter every day, but today I will. Put a little bit on my nose and a little bit here. Okay. Also, I didn't tell y'all, but I don't use any powder on my face. I have tried the Laura Mercier powder, but as soon as I put it on, I just feel like every little crease on my face, especially under my eyes, came out, and I really didn't want that. So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. Maybe I just didn't use it the right way, but I know a lot of people love it. But I feel like for my skin, I do best with no powder, no matte finish. But some people like have that beautiful matte finish, and I sometimes wish like I could do that because I think it's really fun, but I think I would just look like a ghost or something. It just isn't my look. So now we're gonna move on to cheeks, and I'm gonna show y'all the two blush cream tint things that I use, and then I'll pick which one. I don't know which one I'm gonna use yet, but I really like this Benny-Tint. Oh my god, I said like the word that I hate. I use this Benny-Tint from Benefit Cosmetics, and I actually really like this. So it's kind of like a little paintbrush, and then you kind of just paint your cheeks, but you have to work really fast because it dries fast. And then I also really like this, again, Glossier Cloud Paint, and they have it in a bunch of different shades, but I really loved this one, so I ordered this one. But it is definitely, you definitely don't need a lot. It blends out better than the Benny-Tint does, but like you barely need any of this, and you'll see why. It's like pretty dark. So I guess I'll use this so I can show y'all, but I hope I don't like mess it up. But I'm gonna like barely put anything. Honestly, sometimes I don't even squeeze it out because I'm scared I'm gonna get too much. Okay, I'm just gonna like start out with that, which I like. Well, maybe I'll put a little bit more. Okay, we'll start out with this, and it's gonna look like a lot, I feel like, but we'll blend it out. So I kind of try to do both cheeks at the same time. Okay, I look crazy, but I try to do both cheeks at the same time so that they're pretty even, and I just kind of drag it up and out and just keep blending it in because you don't want to look patchy. But yes, I really love these blushes because, again, I feel like it keeps your look really natural, and it's not adding a powder to my face, which can look a little bit cakey for me. I do have one powder blush that I really like, but usually like on my quick go-to everyday makeup, I use these. And then it just gives you kind of like a little rosy glow. So now we're gonna do mascara. And today I'm gonna be using, again from Benefit, the Roller Lash. I really like the way this one goes on. I like these kind of brushes, like these. What are these called? It's not the like brush type brushes. Yeah, I like these. I don't know what they're called. I really like this mascara. The only thing is that I feel like it falls kind of easily. But maybe I just need to find the right under eye powder thing. I don't know what I'm saying. Just don't listen to me. I don't curl my lashes. They're pretty dang curly by themselves. So I just like to apply a little bit. And again, continuing with the natural look, I think that's why I like these kind of brushes, because they're not as voluminous. This just kind of adds some definition to my lashes. Ugh. Okay. Look at the difference, guys. I have really long curly lashes, but because they're so blonde, they like go away. But as soon as I add mascara, it's like a whole new world. And there. I don't apply mascara on the bottom of my lashes just because I feel like when I do just the top, it kind of makes me look more awake. I actually did do that recently. I added some mascara on the bottom, and I just hated it all day. It made me look like dark under my eyes, and I think maybe it's just the shape of my eyes or something, but mascara definitely does not look good on me, on my bottom lashes. But now, again, I'm gonna add a little bit more of that lip balm before I put any lipstick or anything on. And I'm a big fan of actual lipsticks more than like liquid lipsticks or stains, because I feel like it looks more natural and doesn't get too matte. So this one by any means is no like big brand. I think it's from Milani. But I've had this one for like ever and I just love this shade. Oh, it kind of matches my nails. But this one's called Naked Scandalous. It's just this really pretty like nude mauve color, and that's kind of the colors that I tend to go to. So it doesn't add much, but it just kind of gives my lips a little bit more life. So this is it. This is my go-to everyday makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. It was my first beauty video. So let me know if you guys like this by giving me a thumbs up. I will try to link all the things that I used today in the description box if you guys want to check them out, or if you guys have any questions about any of the things that I used, just comment and ask away. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.